Hey there, pipe smokers. I'm smoking my pipe upside down, and this is a reply video to PipefriendCHS, who just posted a video about soldiers in World War II smoking their pipes upside down when they're out on the front lines. Obviously, so you can't see your burning ember, and apparently it works. You see me smoking, it's upside down, and I ain't been shot yet. Anywho, I keep a tidy house, so I'm turning it back upside down. In Pipe Friend's video, he had a little request and annotation there on his video for any other pipe factoids, trivia. So I thought I'd share a couple that I know of. This will be my example. This pipe is a cheap London Briere pipe, and made in London, obviously. And this stem is really small, has a super narrow draft hole. You can't see it, I don't know why I'm showing it to you, but it's there. It's really small, really narrow, and a normal pipe cleaner barely fits in it, barely. And indeed, it smoked really wet for quite a while, but I persevered, and now it smokes really dry. But it's not my favorite type of draft hole. Anyway, the point is, if you see pipes like this, apparently it was quite common back, I don't know, several decades ago. And the reason being was that in England, tobacco was extremely expensive. And it almost seems like that would be a wartime thing even. I don't know. But my tobacconist, who is a legitimate authority on all things pipes and tobacco, he was a master tobacco blender for the House of Camoy. That's right, the House of Camoy. And he's, you know, got all these registration papers and all this like crazy stuff from the Palace of England and all this stuff about him being a blender for Camoy. Anyway, quite esteemed gentleman. And so I'm just giving that because he's telling me this information, so I tend to believe him. He was saying that this was really common because tobacco is so expensive. The idea was that it would make you smoke quite a bit slower, and it really does. If I smoke this pipe really slow, it's fine. It actually tastes great, and it's a great way to smoke Virginias because it makes you smoke very delicately. So yeah, it does work. I don't prefer it, but it does work. A little side note to that is, you know, back then, or I don't know how far back, but I've never heard of this in the modern times, but apparently it was more common that you would own a pipe or two and it would be kept at your local pub. And you would just go into the pub and you would buy a gram of tobacco at a time. That's not a lot of tobacco. You think about a 50-gram tin of tobacco. Now you buy 1 gram, that's maybe a bowl. And that kind of shows you how expensive it was, and maybe how touch and go life was back then. It was like, I'll buy a bowl today, maybe not for another week. Anyway, so you would go in, you would get your narrow draft hold pipe and a pint, and you would socialize, and that's how things were done. So, kind of interesting. My other piece of pipe trivia is I read this statistic in an article online several months ago and I tried to find a link, haven't been able to find it yet. If I do find it, I'll post it here or there, somewhere where you'll see it on the screen. But this article was about tobacco production, and it was the numbers were something. It was like the amount of tobacco that the entire cigarette industry uses in 1 hour is equal to the amount of tobacco produced by the, or sold by the pipe tobacco industry in 1 year. So cigarette industry produces 1 hour equal to what the pipe tobacco industry creates in 1 year. There you go, a little factoid no one but you will care about. I'm all about it. Alright, let me see if I can get this bowl lit here. It's almost done. Thanks for watching. Peace and sweet smoke.